All right. Good morning, everyone. How we doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Sushi Friday. NASDAQ. Pretty wild day yesterday. Ended up bouncing versus the monthly value area low. We talked about all this support right through here shortly before the stream ended. Right in that 575, 550 area. Get the bounce there and NQ into the closes, retesting the 26K pivot, that key higher time frame pivot. Now, that was a pretty large daily bar from yesterday, right? So for today, more or less expecting an inside day. And so I'm going to be focused more so on some of these near-term structure points, looking at overnight range structure points, and if we can get there, 26K and or the prior day low. Now yesterday's move with the break of 26K shifted this bullish near-term backdrop into something that I would consider more neutral. If price ends up breaking and trading beneath prior day low with acceptance, then that near-term backdrop can shift into bearish. But for right now, just neutral, range bound trading continues off the open here in about 90 seconds. I'm really focused on how price responds to this area right through here. This is weekly volume point of control and some resistance from the overnight session as well. If you extend this little area of resistance to the left, if you look left on the chart, you'll see prices respected it in the past as well. So see what happens here. 25,900. If we end up seeing this rejection kind of continue, I'll be looking for some positioning down there near the overnight low for a potential bounce. If that ends up failing, if we see the failure there at overnight low, I would expect price to show a full retest into the prior day low. So that's the game plan for this morning. We don't have any 10 a.m. news today that I saw anyway. So let's see. Let's see how this open is looking here. There we go. Mario Pratik, Rich, good morning. Good morning. There's the open. There's that NQ open. Let's get our RTH profile set up. There we go. Okay, some strength right off the open. All right, up and through 900. Up and through. Silver's down 15%. That's pretty wild. A little bit of a choppier start so far. Fair value gap uptime H1. What does that even mean? ES up into session high. So let's see another retest here at 900. Can we get a break of this area? Break and hold above kind of the 900, 910. D-Wall, congrats for silver. Thank you, sir. Tough one to play. You got to play those. You got to play those sorts of moves with options and just size for 0. So your risk is the entire position. But ended up pretty nice. Uh, Looking at it right now, about a 700% gain on those SLV puts. So not bad. Of course, you got a size light because you got a size for 0, but 700%. It's not bad. It's not bad. Volume already tapering down a little bit. Like I said, same patient right now. Watching this 900 area, 900, 910 area. Another rejection right there at 900. Personal fund or firm fund, bro? Both. Both. Oh, D-Wall, I just saw you had that positioning there in silver as well. Nice. NASDAQ retesting 900. Looks like we may get that break above. If so, then I'll be looking for a little retest with some structure for a potential entry. Basically above this zone and looking for a move up into 26K if it holds above. That would be the idea. Fresh highs. Pratik long at 950. You mean 850? Or you're looking at 950? I think you probably mean 850. It's a good entry. Nice work. 850? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Patience, patience. Still cash. Still cash, just chilling. Just chilling. No rush this morning. Back there into point of control. Note the volume right now. Whoa. Wow, any tennis fans out there? Djokovic just beat Sinner in the Australian Open. That's pretty wild. Wow. Footprint? I don't use any footprint chart. Mike's still playing that they just finished. You mean Djokovic at 38 years old? Yeah. He just beat number 2 player in the world. Chrissy, what's up, man? Good to see you. So NASDAQ kind of rejecting that area of resistance here. All right, Mario. Thanks for jumping in, man. Still cash this morning. Saying absolutely no rush here. Don't love the volume that I'm seeing. Don't love the higher time frame location. Looks like we may be showing a rejection of this 900 area. In which case, like I said, I like this zone down into here. Superstar, do you think it's possible to trade NQ instead of MNQ for prop firms? If you have enough drawdown, you trade the minis on 150K accounts. D, while you're out of here already, man? All right, we'll see you. Very slow open so far. Going out 11, 3 for 4 already. Man, you've been busy this morning. $9.45 print. Superstar, my edge isn't that great yet. I think I should take it slow. Yeah, in that case, I would not trade minis. Not trade minis at all in a prop firm. So there's always there's something about prop firms, especially with evals, that just makes traders want to rush through them, and it seriously just kills. Take trades out of your system. Trade with too much size. If you can give yourself kind of a longer runway and a longer expectation for how long it'll actually take to develop, then you'll end up doing much better. All right, Nasdaq back into highs. Not really seeing what I want to see here yet, so we're still cash on the morning. Zacadilla 2 for 2. Good to see you, man. Nice work. Still cash on my end. I'm going out living, trading the overnight sesh. I see. Okay, that makes more sense then. Like, damn, we're only 15 minutes into this thing. You already have 4 trades logged. But if you're slapping up the overnight sesh, that makes more sense. So 30-minute candle getting ready to close here in 7 minutes. GC Asia session goes crazy. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. The run in metals has been insane. Been absolutely insane. Metal's worth more, money worth less. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, the dollars. I saw the dollar getting crushed. Not much to do here. Still cash. Still cash. Nasdaq volume below average. Location's pretty poor right here. Just kind of churning through this 900 area. Anyone trading yet? Besides going out living, I know you got those 3 trades. Anyone else trading RTH? Who's trading RTH so far? Anything moving? What's moving? Let's see. ES. Nothing. RTY. Okay. You got some movement there in RTY. Look at the overnight high, up thrust. Well, a little tiny one tick above the overnight high. It's an up thrust. Up thruster. Up thrust. Same with YM. Up thrust. Dark to light, one quick long in ES. Pratik, one scalped and one scratch. Mahdi, 1 for 1. Nice work. Okay. 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 Patience day after yesterday's action. Yep. Pratik don't like this price action and volume. I'm with you. I'm with you right there. Let's get back. NQ session lows. I mean, can we get the move down into overnight low? Maybe look at that 30-minute bar, big shooting star. Man, January is already toast. January is gone. Last trading day of the month. Assuming that today is a flat or green day. We had 2 red days this month. It's not bad. Based on current action, this very well might be a no trade day. Still just cash here. Just sold more of my SLV puts. Dark to light, low volume, poor price action. Done for the day. Good call. How did the SLV put do? Oh man. Thankfully, I'll tell you what, thankfully, my risk management strategy was to size for 0 on that. So I bought them on Monday at the close, Chrissy, sized for 0, and I just closed a good portion of them at 800%. But during the course of that, at one point, they were down huge. They were down massive. So certain plays like that, how you manage your risk is very, very important. Options give you that is one benefit of options. I barely trade options these days, but options do give you a hard risk point and still allow you to have some exposure on downside action. And the kicker on Monday, let's look at it since Nasdaq's not doing anything. The kicker on Monday, I mean, if you know basically anything about technical analysis, it was Monday's bar. I don't have volume on this chart, but if you look at a daily chart of SLV with volume on it, you're going to see Monday's bar traded on insane volume, like had to be like 5, 6, 7x relative volume. So obviously that's pretty big exhaustion. Yes, the trend is higher. This thing has been on a steamroller, but I mean, for me, it's worth taking a shot up here. One could reasonably assume, this may be like a blow off top. Price retest the highs of that bar, and when it gets above, it stalls, right? Does not show any acceptance above there, just stalls out. And now we're into this morning. So thankfully, I had a little bit of time on that position, and I managed my risk in what I think was a good way. So that's the SLV play. SLV. Is this going to be a no trade day on NASDAQ here? There's NQ back into 900. So at this point, I need a nice extension above the session high and then a retest into 900. And I would look at that for a potential long, or still like this idea down through here. 40 minutes into the sesh. It'd be nice to get at least one trade on. Would be nice. Price has yet to really trade outside of that opening 5-minute range. Okay, here we go. Back in a 900. See if we get the new high of day, little continuation, and then maybe a retest into that zone. Little uptick in volume. And it's knocked down right there. rejection. Very tight range so far. 140-point range. Question is, do we wait? Do we wait and see if there's a break, or do we just call it early? Why don't trade range at edges? Go for it, man. Go for it. I follow a very specific system that requires good trade location. Specializing is what has kept me profitable for almost 11 years now. Got to stay focused. Got to keep a narrow focus. If you're just here for action, if you just want to slap anything, yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Or if you have edge there, if you like that, do it. Do it. Jacob, 3.1. Hopefully Monday, man. Or maybe this weekend. I got to get the production code, and then just gotta push the update. We already got the update guide ready. So it's more of a minor update. Higher time frame pivot is Asia. Okay. Specialized good. Yes, sir, Rick. Average volume, below average volume. What is this? NASDAQ just retesting 920. Hmm. All right, Jacob, take care, man. Have a good weekend. What's up, Dave? Critiquing a head start on the weekend. Yeah, I don't blame you. I may join you with that here momentarily. Cash day, cash day. Here's the day so far. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Weekly volume point of control right through here. 875. Is being profitable as a trader just defined as making more than you spent in a year on trading? Making more than you lose, unless you're strictly focused on like the prop firm circus, then yeah, it would be defined by making more than you spent. That's it. Matt Green, nice. Good deal with this action. That's great. That's great. The machine taking any trades today? APT? You mean APT? Let's see. I think we had one in YM. I may have this. There we go. Yeah, APT YM. Long setup in YM for APT. Hit PT2. And then this red line, if it closes below, that's the trail. Although in 3.1, this red line will be a floor. So if price retests it, it closes right away rather than waiting for a bar close beneath. Man, it's a relief after the dumpster fire day I had yesterday. Man, yesterday was tough. Yesterday was tough, Matt. Yesterday was a tough day, no doubt. Those big volatile days, they can be amazing for traders, but when the structure tends to widen, which it does with volatility, can widen the stops. If you don't have your sizing dialed in just right, or you're kind of fighting the primary move, it's going to make for a tough day. Mike, does a kangaroo market? It's range bound. Today, tight range, higher time frame, range. These ranges tend to beat traders up. That's for sure. It's just so exhausting, these ranges, right? So you gotta be careful. You gotta pick your spots very carefully. You gotta know that the middle of the range, the least amount of edge is right here in the middle. So when price is in the middle of the range, you want to be doing less. Critique yesterday, you get to know you're wrong right away, but days like today, it's just low quality nonsense. Yeah, that's true. Days like today, at this point, for me personally, are much easier to avoid because I use volume as a filter so much, and then I'm looking for such specific action that I can thankfully sit out on a session like this. But it's not always like that, right? It's not always like that. In those early years of development, we tend to have this desire for action, just to put a trade on the board, just to try something. So the sooner you can become comfortable with just a no trade day, the faster you're going to progress. Mike's mentally exhausting, getting faked out, or just waiting for a break. Yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of the times it's better to, like, what you can do is go in here and just set alerts so it actually notifies you when price moves, and then minimize it if you're still at your desk, or if you have other things to attend to, other things to do. Just, call it a morning, maybe come back in the afternoon. But what tends to happen with action like this, the slowness, is that you get bored and you can kind of start to fool yourself into seeing something that's not there. And then next thing you know, it's like the middle of the day, midday lull, and you find yourself in a trade. And then at the end of the day, you're reviewing and you're like, why did I even take that trade? I know that scenario well because I've lived it plenty of times. NASDAQ back into session low. So let's see if we actually get a break right here, or if the range is just going to keep on ranging. There's your new low of day with the new 30-minute bar about to begin. So what do you think? Do you think we flush into overnight low from here? We may actually get the setup. With that hourly. Okay. 30-minute. Yep. Okay. Volume coming in a little bit. Rich, you got your crystal ball back from the shop? Nice. I'm glad to hear it. Mine is still out of commission. Had to send it in. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That'd be great. Heck yeah. Need the crystal ball tune up. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. If you guys aren't subscribed, please do me a favor, click that subscribe button. About 70 away from 10K. Pretty excited. Although it doesn't really mean anything, but still pretty cool. Cool little milestone for the YouTube channel. All right, fresh flows. Let's get the flush. Give us the flush. Bitcoin coming into those November lows. I saw Tradeify just announced their crypto prop. Did anyone sign up? Personally, I did not, but I think I heard Benny did. I think Mish did too. You'll give it a try for me. I'm curious what the interface looks like and how the spreads are and what the leverage is like. Sounds interesting, but it's just something else. I mean, what I was gonna say is it's just something else to kind of spread your focus too thin. You may spread yourself too thin with too many things going on. But the one plus side about a prop firm that does cryptos, you can look at it on the weekend. You can trade on Saturday and Sunday. You start trading 7 days a week. NQ, a little bounce right there. I don't think I want to be trading all weekend though. I like my weekends. I like a little break from the candlesticks. All right, there's just a push, steady push. We got volume, some news hit right now. Big volume coming in. Let's check the news feeds. Looks like we got some comments from Besant. That's about all I'm seeing right now. Mike says, I come from crypto and futures are way better, more liquidity and defined market hours. Yeah, that's kind of what I would expect too. That makes sense. Okay, so there's a rejection at volume point of control right back into that 25,900 area. So a little more than 1 hour into the session. I'm still cash. No trades yet. No trades yet this morning. Have not seen what I wanted to see. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Albert, you long right now? Albert's pushing. Would you grab the spring or what? Grab the spring? Gotcha. Going for all-time high. Good target. So again, watching the reaction here near 900, 920. If we get another rejection, I think it's probably time to call it. But if we get that break higher, still looking for that same idea we've been talking about. There's 905, 910. There's value area high for current sesh. They're rejected. Still right here. It's ES doing ES up near highs as well. Okay. All right, Pratik, take care, man. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Let's see. Still focused on NASDAQ right now, coming into session highs. And I like to see, like I said, give me a new high of day and then a retest into this 900, 920 area. See if it actually happens or not. There's your session high. What is that exactly? 940. All right. Until then, just staying patient, staying patient, staying patient, staying disciplined. No trades, no trades. If you don't see what you want to see, remember there's nothing wrong with a cash day. Nothing wrong with it. Dave, golfing? Golf? Is it time? Is it time? I gotta see what NQ does here. No new high just yet. ES made a new high of day. So far, just an up thrust. You got a 36, Dave? 36, huh? All right. All right, Mike. Take care, man. NQ rejecting the highs right there again. So, like I said, I need a clean break. We got 10 till 11. We may as well keep watching till 11, but in the meantime, rip some golf here. Let's hit the golf. Play the daily hole. The par 22. Dave got 36 and then a 10. All right. Well, we can only count the 36, man. You can't count the second try. Okay. We're chipping away right now. Lag. There we go. am I going here? All right. Oof. Oh, this one's not as bad as some of the other ones, although this last hole looks tough. Okay, 15 -7. That's a pretty good dub right there. Pretty good. Howie, 28. I spent 17 strokes cutting on the first ledge at the beginning. Yeah, that first one was a little tricky. Okay, basically, I want to see if we get any sort of 11 a.m. move, and then I'm going to call it a morning. We'll take the cash day. NASDAQ just rolling over. Intraday range. So, how's everyone's morning? Anyone else cash with me? Are you guys trading the NQ range or trading GC or something? Phil Cash, Matt Green, and done for the day. Dave, you're out of here. All right, man. Have a good weekend, Dave. 3 minutes till 11. Muggsy 101 on GC. Nice work. Just want to see this next 90 seconds. Mostly the 11 a.m., any sort of 11 a.m. action. Benny, that's what I'm saying, man. I want that overnight low. All right, Matt. Take care. Have a great weekend, man. All right, there's 11. NQ just in the middle of the range on below average volume. I'm going to just take the cash day and we will call it no trades today, no trade day, no trade Friday. Last trading day of the month. No trades. What I really wanted to see did not materialize. Did not materialize. We talked about basically this was the higher time frame look. And we talked about wanting to see action above this red zone and then a retest. You can grab your longs, trade up into 26K, or a test down into overnight low for a reversal, potential bounce down there, maybe a spring setup. Neither materialized. So this is just chopped through here, telling me don't put on exposure. Stay patient, sit tight, preserve your mental and trading capital. So that's the logic behind the cash day. Although we did have a banger swing trade closed out in SLV. We'll take that as today's win. Hope you guys had a solid day, solid morning. Hope you had a solid week and a solid January. It's the last trading day of the month. Thanks for your time today. We'll be live again on Monday. Have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday morning. Take care.